in Kilkenny, and now it's all after coming into one year, and it's just an incredible time for everyone. And you know, I said it to the lads earlier on, like, the club is just so much more. It's the soul of the place, and like everyone in Tullaroan is flying it at the moment. Like, we've a great racquetball club. The mothers and others have 36, 37 playing Gaelic football. We have an athletics club. This is all down in the hurling field, and it's just a magical time, like, you know. And I said to the lads inside, it's like being in Disney World for the last 3 months, and you know, it's just what a time, like, to be a player.
When we were up there actually in the press box over the summer, we were discussing the Lion King movie of all things, and you bring in Disney. This is a dream, like, this is a dream come true that you told me, I think 2 years ago, you'd love to do it, but you just said, I don't ever see the day. But the night has come. Yeah,
the night has come, and I always hope, like, that maybe you'll get a bit of luck. And like, we came down training, there's 600 people in our parish. We were training last night below in the field, you know, kind of a couple of lights we have there, and I'd say there was 500 people there on the bank watching us, clapping us, cheering, and we were very focused on the match itself, but just everyone together. And like, we had a parish league final the week before the county final. We had about 500 people at that as well, so the club is just working so hard. And just to get days like this, like, usually our heads are down and we're commiserating with each other and telling each other to keep it going, but I suppose we brought in youth in the last couple of years, and they're after driving the whole thing.
Speaking of youth, I was outside speaking to your sister Grace earlier, and she made a great point about how, you know, obviously you're a natural leader because you've been, I'll use the phrase, elder statesman for a while, but Shane took up the mantle, and she spoke so proudly of him that he worked so hard, he wanted the captaincy, and he's earned it, she said, and he worked really hard. So they had 2 leaders, 3, a whole family of Walshes, but he in particular really shone this year.
Yeah, well, I was always a good follower. I wasn't the leader now, but I was a good follower. Shane is different. You know by the way he captains the team, like, he's just out there on his own, and he's his own man, and will go he has his own tunnel vision. And last January we were worried, like, that he was going around looking for the captaincy, and we were wondering would it put pressure on him as a young 24-year-old, but he took it on and went off the beer for a couple of months, and he was very lucky as well. Brother Brendan became great friends with him in the last couple of years and kind of told him to take it on. And you know, he really started believing in himself, and like, he hasn't trained in about 2 months, I'd say, at this stage, a month or two anyway, with an ankle injury, and today he just turned it on, and we really needed it. And like, I've played with great leaders in my time, you know, Shefflin, Jackie Tyrrell, Hoagie, Owen Larkin, great captains. Lester Ryan was probably the best I ever played with, but Shane is up there.
What was so special about Leicester compared to Shane? Or not compare them, but you know what I mean? What did they have?
Well, what Leicester had was, he was a sub at the time, and his enthusiasm was incredible. And like, he led by his actions, and he stayed going and going, and he was picked and he was dropped, but he rose the standard of everyone else. When everyone saw Leicester, like, they won the county final, I think it was in 2013. I saw Leicester on Snapchat at the time, and he was down the field day in, day out, practicing these Anthony Nash type penalties, and county final came and he got a 21, buried it. Clara county champions. So he led by his actions, and I just looked up to him. We all looked up to him fierce, and it was tough on him because he was captain at the time and not playing. Came on then the All-Ireland final, so you know, I really looked up to him. And but Shane this year is just, you know, because we were a team that didn't win, a team that always kind of got to the semi-finals beaten, got to the finals beaten, bet again this year, 4th league final out of 5, and he never wilted. Stayed going, brought on the young fellas, and I think that's the key. He brings on everyone, and we all kind of row in behind him.
Finally, because I know lots of people here want to talk to you, and I want to get out of their way. 2 things. You have to accept that people really look up to you. I know you're deflecting a lot of the praise, but there's a lot of people around the country tonight marvelling at Tommy Walsh that you're still going. That must make you feel just fantastic.
Yeah, it is great, in fairness, and you know, a tough night here tonight, like, if the truth be told. Balls dropping, and yeah.
But you worked really, really hard. It was immense. You worked so hard there. There wasn't 1 second that you weren't working.
Yeah, well, that was the key, I think, because when you win the game by a point, you might do one thing that keeps, you know, it's a team game at the end of the day, and you only learn that as you get older, I suppose, a bit more confident in yourself. So yeah, we all did, and you know, a couple of lads went through bad patches, but you might do one thing that helped the team get over the line. And I just saw the light for the lads, like the people just went. Like, we had a parish league the week, as I said, before the county final. There was 79 people involved in it out of 600, that was involved in working to get things ready, working on the day. That'll tell you what Tullaroan is. We had tough days, but I always just used to back myself up by saying, at least you're from the best place in Ireland, and today then is just magic.
Well, definitely tonight Tullaroan is the best place in the world. Shane says, I am mixing you up with your brother now, and I see Shane Stapleton, Tommy Walsh must be really proud of you and off the ball. Thanks you.
Tommy, you had it last, you had it won. You had it last, you had it won. Eventually you got across the line. What was it like out there?
Yeah, it was mad really, and you could only think about the next ball, Shane. Like all year we haven't been really letting in goals, and we've been scoring them on the other end. Tonight we've kind of letting them in, and we were struggling a bit up front, and I think the league final was massive for us, Shane. We were 4 points up in injury time and ended up getting beaten. They played 7 minutes of injury time. We kind of tried to see the game out. Since then, next ball. I know it's easy to say it, but I think that semi-final against Gowran was the making of this team. We were under pressure, playing poorly, and next minute, bang, bang, we got 2 goals and won a game playing not to our best. And that's not taken away from Gowran. Gowran played brilliantly on the day, and that was the story all year. And today then, we just have to stay going, and it comes down to skill levels then at the end of the day. Like, you have to be able to produce it. And if you can produce it below in Tullaroan, you can produce it in Croke Park. And, I'm delighted for the lads like Mossy Keown, like the Keowns in Tullaroan would be to be looked up to, both in the farming community, in life in general, and then on the hurling field, because they give 100% everything they do, and they're winners. And Mossy Keown was just immense there, winning ball, laying it off, and got a super goal there near the end. And I think lads just started believing themselves after winning the county final, and it's an incredible place to be.
Final question then. What was your view of Shane's winning score, and then what was that feeling on the final whistle?
It was, which, as you said, was such a strange game. You win, you lose, and we had it won, then they brought it back, and we're just so happy that now we're winning these games to be a point and not losing it. But I said it earlier on about Muhammad Ali, like he said, these games are won far away from the lights. Well, boxing matches, they're won far away from the lights. But Shane hasn't trained a couple of weeks, but the work he was doing all year, work today when we needed him most, catching balls. He's been out in the garden practicing catching the ball. He's down the hurling field practicing frees, doing this, do that. It comes when you least expect it, and he hasn't trained, and now he done it when we really needed him to do it. And so did Doc O'Donoghue and Stevie Máire, the 2 cornerbacks. I thought were immense, and they're not always the names that are up in lights, but to us they are, because they were under savage pressure in that match. A lot of ball was going into their forward line, and they have, Cork forwards are good. So listen, it is a great time.
Well done, Tommy.
Yeah, all right, Shane, no bother. Thanks a million.
Thanks for watching Our Game. Don't forget to like and share the videos, and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe.